Hi there, I'm Elizabeth Locke. I'm an Information Security Program Manager with Cofense, and with me today is Karen Ria.
Hi, my name is Karen Ria. I'm from New York Life, and I'm head of our Information Security Awareness and Training Program.
Excellent. I'm so glad to have you here today. We're going to just talk through some quick questions and talk a little bit about your program. Thank you so much. So first, can you tell me, what does intelligent email security mean to you?
So, to me, intelligent email security is all about making us intelligent. And it comes to me in three separate areas. The first is, how can we make our humans more intelligent and teach them to report on any kind of suspicious email that they see? The second part of it is when that suspicious email comes to our triage team, that it's the process of confirming that it is malicious indeed. And then the third part of this is when that malicious email is then fed into a back-end system that's going to block it from coming back into networks. So I see it as a three-step process that makes us all smarter, starting with the employee and ending with actually blocking it from coming into a security gateway.
Excellent, thank you. So what business challenges were you facing and why did you choose Cofense?
So we've actually been using Cofense since 2015. And when I came across Cofense, I thought this was a perfect opportunity to train people um, outside of a typical CBT module. These types of emails, phishing emails, right? It was a perfect opportunity to train people at a teachable moment. So what is that teachable moment? When they get the email. This was something that even Rohit had said way back in the beginning of Cofense, that teaching people at a teachable moment was key to making them report and understand what a phishing email was. Um,
Excellent. So we know New York Life has security controls in place. Can you tell me how Cofense helped you address the threats that still land in your inboxes?
I can. So, one of the interesting things, we stood up our program and, very quickly we realized that we really needed to engage Cofense as a partner on the back end as well. So engaging with our triage and our phishing defense center to help us analyze all of these emails coming in. And once we started analyzing using the phishing defense center and triage, we saw a lot of opportunities to help us with our program. So one thing that we always look at is like, who's reporting and are they targets? So why is one particular person over another maybe getting more emails? Are they targets? Who's reporting these phishing exercises? But the other thing that we saw was that it wasn't only the people that were getting it, but what the types of emails that we were seeing coming in. And it was really these types of emails that really build the structure of our whole phishing program. So we will be using real emails that we're seeing coming into New York Life to train our employees.
Yeah, that's so great too. Just keeping it something relevant and real and based on actual threats that we're seeing in the environment. So how do you leverage the Cofense insight on latest threats that you use to train your employees? I think you just talked a little bit about that, but I think some more detail would be excellent.
So what I call it is like catch, educate, prevent. And to do this, what I mean is that, we're going to measure the effectiveness of our program, analyze the number of people that are actually reporting. And then, like I said earlier, we find great value in looking at the actual scenarios that are coming into triage and using those scenarios to help educate our employees, recognize and report these scenarios. So we call this, catch, educate, and prevent.
Perfect. Nice and memorable too. No, so if you could offer advice to other security leaders, what advice would you offer?
So there are four key things that I would recommend to any of our security leaders. Number one, I think you need to make your program fun, engaging, and relevant. When I say fun and engaging, I'll use an example that we do at New York Life. A few years back, we used Discovery Channel's Shark Week to engage and assimilate fishing to sharks. So by doing this, we were able to gamify with an opt-in phishing derby and giving our users the tools in their tackle box to recognize the fish in a non-threatening environment, fun environment. We have leaderboards and just a lot of gamification around it. So everybody is really engaged in knowing that they're not going to be getting in trouble for reporting fish. The second thing, and I think this is really key, is that the fish exercises that you do, the simulations, they should be relevant to your environment. Like I said, we use everything coming out of triage. We use everything coming out of our cyber intelligence team to make sure that we're educating our employees on what's relevant for our industry. And it also gives employees the opportunity to recognize these threats and respond to them. The next thing, and this one I think is really key to the whole program, is trust. We are very cautious and careful not to lose the trust of our employees. So we are never going to mimic HR or put out any kind of bonus type fish, because that's not what New York Life is about. So we are very, very careful to make sure that we are sending emails, simulations that are relevant and not anything that's really there to trick or fool them. We're really there to teach them at a teachable moment. Now, lastly, I would say that it's really key that you have leadership and stakeholder buy-in. At New York Life, we have lots of stakeholders in the process, but just to make sure, you should have a team on board that's going to be able to support your simulations. That starts with your CISO. Make sure your help desk is on board, IT staff, email teams, cyber intel teams. The more of these people that have buy-in to your program, the stronger your program will be. So that would be the advice that I would give to any leaders in this space.
Thank you. That's excellent. And you definitely have brought, intelligent email security to life with your program. It's definitely been a pleasure talking with you today, and I'm so thankful for your time. Good luck keeping your program secure, everybody, and take care.
Thank you, and thank you for having me today.